Ooh, I must be in the big time because, Bucky, look who's joining us right now. Guy, you've been looking at quite a bit over the last few weeks, nay, months, nay, years. Here he is, everybody, one of the great stars of that Clemson team that almost got it done there, but a glorious year. Nevertheless, it's Shaq Lawson. What's the poop, fella?
Oh, nothing, just chilling, just enjoying being out here in L.A. How you doing?
Well. I'm doing better than I was before I met you, but I'm not doing as well as you are doing now and are going to be doing next month in Chicago. Let's go over a couple things real quick in the draft process. Now, of course, I never got to hear my name called out by the commissioner. First thing is a little bit of advice. What are you planning on doing as soon as you get that call? What's your first thing? Like, are you going to be sitting there? Are you going to be at the table in Chicago?
Oh, yes, sir, I will. When I get that call, I'm just going to be happy and just blessed.
First person you hug?
My mom.
Correct. You see that, Bucky?
I like that. I got a bigger question, though.
Yes.
A bigger question. Since I know he's going to be in Chicago, what are you wearing?
Oh, that's a good question.
Have you picked that up? I mean,
I got.
You have to have a couple of options. We got to have a couple of options depending on how you feel the day of. What colors are we talking about? I know you can't give it away. What colors are we thinking about, though?
I'm thinking about a little kind of blue in there, and it's just gonna be nice, though. It's gonna be nice, you know. I got.
You already been fitted for it?
Yeah, I already fit. I already got the suit. About to be fresh.
2 buttons?
I got a 3-piece suit.
It's a 3-piece suit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the look of the time.
We're doing it nice.
All right, that's good. But now I'm a little concerned here. First of all, I appreciate your first answer there. So many guys, they get drafted. This is the moment you've been leading up to really your whole young life. Guys who turn and hug their agent instead of their mom. I don't know what that says about a man.
Nah, I ain't gonna hug my agent.
No, good.
Probably I'm giving him a little pound, but the hugging part, nah, I ain't gonna hug.
All right, I mean, but that thing of that you have to hug your agent. Your mom's sitting there. She's been there before the agent was. She didn't know you were going to grow up and be a big-time football guy. Here's the thing about the outfit, though, that Bucky brings up. The blue, you want something semi-neutral now, because what if you go to a team that wears
it's like gray, but a little light blue in there somewhere.
Oh, you can't go wrong with light blue.
Yeah,
Can't
you
go wrong
know.
with light blue. Can't go wrong with light blue.
Here's the thing. I mean, there's certain teams that, like if the Raiders got you, that's going to go with whatever you're wearing. The black hat, that'll work
'cause you
fine.
gotta think about the hat.
Yeah.
You gotta think about the hat.
But it makes sure now, like, what if you go to the Bengals or somebody like that with the orange? Make
What
sure
about
there's
the
not
Dolphins
a clash.
with the
Dolphins don't
See,
match
I was
any
about to
clothes.
I was about to do something orange because I had went to Clemson, but
That makes sense, yeah.
Like Vic did something crazy last year. He had a red and black suit on.
Yeah, he
went
did.
to Atlanta, so
He
it was
did.
crazy,
I have pictures with that. It worked out for him.
Yeah,
but
it did. Yeah, that's crazy.
Best guy besides Bucky Brooks you've met so far in this whole draft process? Who's the most exciting NFL star or whatever that you've gotten the glad?
Celebrity. What celebrity? Like, who have you bumped into? You like, man,
I think he understood the question fine,
Celebrity.
Bucky. You didn't have to try and clean it up for me.
Took you too long.
A celebrity, I don't know.
Come on, it has to be somebody. Somebody that you met during the Super Bowl or something. Like somebody you bumped into that you're like, it's pretty cool.
Oh, I met Chad Johnson though. It was before this process though, but I bumped heads with Chad Johnson at the mall when we was down at for the Orange Bowl. We down there. I talked to him. He was a funny character.
He didn't know you though, did he?
Nah, he didn't know me, but he said he heard of me. But I at the time I didn't know it was Chad Johnson. I was just walking by.
He's pretty
Chad
unassuming.
Johnson.
He's not a big guy.
Nah, he's not big, so that's what got me. He was just real skinny and we was taller than him, and so.
What is it whether it was at the combine? And by the way, I have to bring this up again. People like to always call it the combine, but you know what? If you want to really get ahead of your peers here before you get drafted, if there's a last minute call, like tell us something, Shaq, we're having a tough time. Tell us something we didn't know. Like you should tell them. It's not the combine because that's something that separates. That's like a farming equipment thing. A combine is when everybody gets together to do one thing. It's a combine. So now you've just passed through that. That's for you, Bucky, too, because you do a lot of work around the combine. So use that going forward. But Shaq, so you can drop that one out there. But what's the dumbest question that came up either in that, there or elsewhere?
They asked me who the 4th president was.
What? That's an awfully hard question to throw at somebody.
Yeah, that was a hard question. I can't remember what team it was, but the first thing I came in there, who's the 4th president? And I'm thinking around like, I don't know at all.
Monroe?
I don't know, Shek. You didn't know that?
I can't remember. I think it might be Monroe. Is that right behind the glass, everybody? I think it goes Washington, Adams, Jefferson. I'm pretty sure of that one. But then it's like Monroe, and then the other Adams comes back around at like 6. Hey, what are we talking about right now? We don't have time. Well, that's I guess that was the question. Did you have an answer for it?
No, sir. I was like,
You just said I have no idea.
no idea.
That's probably best.
I mean, just be honest.
Yeah.
Just be honest. I don't know. Let's get to the next question.
The guesses might be more fun.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a little thing that I'd like to do with you real quick here, Shaq. Oh well, before we get to my list of questions, or the questions of Bernard Pivot. He's this French guy who I think he's a philosopher type or a famous interviewer who used to ask a series of the same questions to people. You ever see that show Inside the Actor's Studio?
No, sir.
With the bald guy, bearded guy, James Lipton. I'm going to get your answers to these, too, while we do this.
No, sir.
Yeah, may as well do both of them.
Why not? 2 for 1.
But are you, in fact, named after Shaquille O'Neal?
Yes, sir, I am.
Isn't that a funny thing? Because it's such a distinctive name, but we're seeing a lot of guys named Shaq in this generation.
Yeah, sir. It was crazy. Cause you know how most babies have a name playing in before they were born. I waited like a day later. I came out long, baby, tall, and basketball was part of our family. So it's like Shaq, Shaquille, and I stuck with the name. Played basketball with the name, football with the name, so just named this man.
I dig that. Are you good at ball?
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You saw him nod his head. All football players think they're really good at football.
Yeah, I am. I got video evidence to back it up.
They all think they're he think like in his mind, he thinks he's an NBA player.
Somehow I feel like you're condescending there a little bit,
I'm
Bucky,
just
except
saying,
that I've
but
heard you talk about your basketball game, too.
I saw the reaction. Like he was like, a basketball game. Like it's another option. If the football doesn't work out, basketball is an option. Like,
could you have played at Clemson if you wanted to?
Yes, basketball.
You could have.
Definitely. I
telling
could
you,
have started on Clemson. I feel like I would have started on Clemson.
Why don't we? Maybe you should really listen. You're going to go in the first round. Spoiler alert. I mean, it's pretty much a given at this point. Why don't you become the first guy since prime time to go both ways? Or Brian Jordan did it, right? Was he the last guy to
Brian
do it?
Jordan also did it. Yeah, be a 2-sport player.
Yeah.
Why don't you try it, Shaq?
I should try it. Nate Robinson coming to football now, so.
Yeah, Nate is going to try and make it sense, so maybe he can go the other way.
Yeah.
Let's administer our quiz now. It's Bernard Pivot's questions. What is your favorite word, Shaq?
Yo.
Yo!
Yeah.
Simple. I like that. Your least favorite word?
Nah.
I like those two
Like
answers.
when somebody say nah, it's like.
Yeah, you don't like being told no to something. I got you. Okay. What turns you on?
What turns me on?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh no.
I can tell. You know what? That was
No.
You were following some of that same thing in your head of like better to say nothing than to say something. I got same thing as not answering the fourth president question there. What turned you off?
Bad breath from a girl.
It could also be for a guy too. Like I'm sure you wouldn't appreciate it if Bucky was.
Yeah, bad breath. Yeah, that's my pet peeve.
But that doesn't happen to Shaq Lawson. The sound you love to hear.
The sound I love to hear. That.
What does that mean?
What's that mean?
What is that sound?
Just having a hard time with a person, you know.
Oh.
Like when the coach do that.
Yeah. That's a bad sound.
Yeah, it's bad sound.
Yeah, okay.
Bad sound.
So the profession you'd love to have I think we've established what it is already. If you weren't going to be a football player here.
Oh, if I were a football player, my dream is to work with the Paralympics. That's something I've been looking to when I'm in school, and I really to look at it serious about doing it when my football career over with. I would give back to people disabled, and I always see a smile on their face. So
That's very nice. And you mentioned just before we started here that J.J. Watt, your favorite guy in the league, not just for his on-the-field deeds. He does a lot of that stuff off the field, too. So a good role model in that way. Last thing is, when they make the Shaq Lawson movie, who should play you?
Ooh. Ooh.
Who should play me?
Ooh, that's a big one.
I'm gonna say my agent, Tory Denny.
He gets to play you.
He gets to play you?
Yeah, he get to play me.
I don't know about
You're
that.
not gonna go with a professional. You're just gonna let.
Want
you
some
But
handsome
I'm gonna have
devil out
him in there.
there?
I'm gonna have him in there, but I'm gonna have to get Kevin Hart in there too, though.
Kevin Hart,
Because I'm a
Shaq
funny
Lawson.
guy. I'm a funny guy.
5'4"
You know?
Kevin Hart
You know, I'm a
playing
funny
Shaq
guy.
Lawson.
So we must bet we're gonna have to go out and get. If he's gonna play
gotta put him
Shaq
on a
Lawson,
box.
we're gonna have to hire a bunch of 5-year-old kids to play the rest of the world then, so that he towers over.
Kevin Hart plays Shaq Lawson. We got to put him on a box.
The high concept kind of movie there.
You gotta have a booster seat.
All right, Shaq Lawson, you're delightful, and a team is going to be lucky to have you, not just because you're going to dominate at the next level. Another spoiler alert there. I hope the color scheme that when they hand you that jersey works well with what you've got going on there on draft day.
Y'all got me thinking I need to change that.
No. Just neutral. Just go neutral. Then you got all your bases covered.
Yes,
All
sir.
Hey, good luck and enjoy Chicago. Hopefully we'll cross paths with you there. A bright future lays ahead for this character, Shaq Lawson, everybody.
Yes, sir. Thank you.